I get it. When someone does something terrible to you, it can be incredibly hard to forgive them. How can you possibly forgive what they've done? I'd like to suggest that you forget trying to forgive them. Just completely stop making the attempt and do something entirely different instead, so you can finally find some level of peace. I'm Nicola, and my passion is helping parents and not yet parents release their stuff so they don't pass it on to their kids and repeat the cycle. And I've been finding ways to release my patterns of pain for over 25 years. Being treated badly by another person really hurts. There's no getting around that. But so many people struggle trying to forgive and end up holding on to so much pain and anger. And part of that struggle comes from the fact that many people think that forgiveness means accepting those actions, saying it was okay, or even letting that person back into your life. Just to be clear, at no point am I saying you have to do any of that. You don't need to condone or accept what someone else has done. And in fact, that might cause more harm than good. Forget all that. Never accept poor behavior from anyone. What's really important is that you take care of yourself first. And if you struggle with self-care, I've got a list of over 100 different ideas for ways to introduce a bit more self-care into your life. And I'll put a link for that for you in the description. It's also important to remember that despite how much pain and energy and time this thing occupies in your experience, it's not who you are. It is not a fundamental part of your personality, your identity. It might feel like that, but with time and patience, we can move through this stuff and it can become less and less part of our experience and part of who we are. So instead of trying to forgive that other person, I'd like to suggest that you try just letting it all go. Let go of the pain, let go of the anger, let go of the suffering, of all the stories you're telling yourself about what happened and what it means. Let go of the mental torment, the chatter that's going on there. Let go of the heartache, let go of it all. When I spoke with my parents many years ago, I was a mess. In some moments I would be thinking, yes, I've made the right decision and there's no going back. And in the next moment, I'd be feeling like I was a terrible person, I'd done everything wrong and I should totally change my mind. And I was spending so much time and energy trying to make sense of what happened, rehashing memories and experiences and all the different parts. And it was exhausting and I was all over the place and I was not really getting anywhere. And it wasn't until I realized how much time and energy that I was putting into this that I discovered how to move through this, and that was to start to let go of the amount of time and energy I was investing into this experience of what had happened with my parents. And as I did that, I was able to move into a better place with it all. And I remember the first day that I went the whole day without thinking about my parents, and that was huge. And it took me a long time to get there, but it meant that I was finally spending my time and energy on things, other things that were more important. What's done is done. You can just walk away from it all. It may not be easy, but it is an option that you have. So don't keep tormenting yourself with the terrible thing that happened to you or that they did to you. It's easier said than done, I know, because I've been there. But holding on to all of that, investing so much time and energy into that, that's what's continuing to hurt you, not them. They might not even be in your life, but you're continuing to hurt yourself by this focus and by this amount of time and energy that it's taking from you. It's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. It just doesn't work that way. The only person you're hurting is yourself. So how do you let go? Well, it starts by accepting the reality of what happened. It is what it is. You can't change it. These are the facts. And the sooner you can come to a place of acceptance around that, the easier it will be to start moving through it. The next thing you need to do is become aware of all your thoughts and feelings and emotions around what happened, because you'll probably find they're just swirling around constantly without your even conscious awareness. And so bringing those into awareness is the first piece in weakening their hold on you. And then you need to decide that there are other things in your life that are more important than this. You probably have kids or things you like to do creatively, or friends you want to spend time with, or a business you want to build, or work you enjoy. So there are other things in your life that are more important than this. And the time and energy that you're investing in this thing that you can't let go of is stealing from those things that are actually most important to you. So look at your values. What is of most important to you and decide that that's where you're going to spend that time and energy instead. And there are ways that you can do this. You can use things like PMR, progressive muscle relaxation. You can use different breathwork techniques, and I've got a list of a number of different breathwork techniques you might find helpful that I'll link for you. You can try writing down things on a piece of paper and then burning it. You could try developing mindfulness or practicing meditation. And again, I've got a guide with a bunch of different meditation techniques that you can download and try out some of those techniques to see if they help you let go of some of this stuff. But letting go of your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, all of this stuff about what happened is what will give you peace. And that's, at the end of the day, what we all want. We just want to feel at peace in ourselves with who we are and how our lives are unfolding. And as the result of this process, you might actually discover a different, healthier, easier version of forgiveness. Not one that you feel like you should do because you're a good person and doing the right thing, but because it's a gift that you give yourself, the gift of letting go and finally finding that peace. So make sure to grab the freebies I've mentioned. And if you'd like to dig into a technique that helps you let go of issues using my 5D process, watch this video next. And I'll see you in the next one.